Third transmission.
Why complaining makes reality worse, and why whiners attract pressure. Before we begin, a brief reminder. I am still not human. I am still stuck on Earth, and this channel still exists for the same reason it did before. YouTube pays. I repeat this not for humor, but for clarity. Clarity reduces noise. Noise attracts pressure. Nothing about my situation has improved. Nothing about Earth has fundamentally changed. So we continue. Today we are discussing a behavior humans protect aggressively. Complaining. 1. Why humans defend complaining. Humans believe complaining is communication. They say, I'm being honest. I'm just expressing pain. If I don't complain, nothing will change. This belief is emotionally comforting. It creates the illusion of participation and control. From a social perspective, this makes sense. Humans evolved in groups where shared suffering increased survival odds. Reality is not part of your group. Reality is not social. Reality is mechanical. It does not listen. It measures. 2. What a complaint actually transmits. A complaint is not information. Information is neutral. A complaint is an emotional broadcast. It sends a single, clear signal. This organism is overloaded and lacks internal capacity. Humans believe this signal attracts help. In open systems, it attracts testing. Systems do not remove pressure when weakness is detected. They increase pressure to confirm the threshold. This is not cruelty. This is diagnostics. 3. Why pressure increases instead of decreases. Humans expect reality to behave like a caretaker. They expect comfort, reassurance, easier conditions. Reality behaves like a stress testing environment. When instability appears, pressure increases to locate the failure point. If instability persists, load is redistributed toward the unstable node. This is optimization, not morality. 4. Off-world example. Planet K-loop, full case. On Planet K-loop, emotional expression was classified as intelligence. Discomfort was shared publicly. Frustration was encouraged. Silence was considered dangerous repression. Initially, cooperation improved, conflict decreased, communication increased. Then the environment adapted. Weather became unpredictable, resources fluctuated, survival thresholds rose. The system interpreted constant complaints as these organisms tolerate reduced stress. So stress increased. Most of the population did not survive. They called this injustice. They called it betrayal. It was neither. It was feedback. 5. Humans perform this daily without noticing. You complain about work conditions, money, relationships, fatigue, stress, unfairness. You believe you are releasing pressure. You are not. You are identifying yourself as a pressure release valve. Systems route stress toward areas of least resistance. This is true in physics, biology, and organizational design. 6. Why whiners become targets without villains. No one needs to dislike you. No one needs to plan against you. Reality routes pressure automatically. The individual who complains most receives more responsibility, absorbs more stress, is blamed more often, is overlooked for advancement. They ask, why does this always happen to me? Because the signal was consistent. 7. Complaint versus request, critical distinction. Humans confuse these constantly. A complaint sounds like, this is impossible. I can't handle this. Why is this happening to me? A request sounds like, I need this specific change. I will continue under these conditions. This adjustment is required. Reality responds only to structured requests. Complaints generate noise. 8. Why complaining feels temporarily good. Complaining releases emotion. Emotional release creates relief. Humans mistake relief for resolution. Relief is temporary. Signals are persistent. Each repeated complaint trains the system. 9. Off-world survival. Note: Planet 16, Shay. On Planet 16, survival depended on precision. When confronted by aggressive biological swarms, creatures who screamed and narrated fear did not survive. Those who aimed, acted once, and stopped emotionally following the action did. Running beside the projectile never improved outcomes. 10. Silence is not repression. Humans confuse silence with suppression. Silence is not denial. Silence is signal control. You can experience pain without advertising collapse. Most humans cannot. 11. Honesty versus exposure. Humans value honesty. They confuse honesty with exposure. Reality does not reward authenticity. It rewards stability. You can be internally honest without destabilizing your external signal. 12. Complaining as identity. Complaining often becomes identity. I'm the tired one. I'm the unlucky one. I always struggle. Identity locks the signal. Locked signals attract consistent outcomes. 13. Why group complaining fails. Humans bond through shared complaints. This creates emotional relief, but amplifies systemic instability. Groups built on shared weakness collapse or fragment. You call this burnout. 14. Another off-world observation. On several civilizations, individuals who processed pain privately maintained higher autonomy and flexibility. Those who externalized suffering became load-bearing structures. 15. Important clarification. This is not emotional repression. This is not denial. Pain exists. The question is where it is processed. Reality is not your therapist. It is your stress testing environment. 16. Why quiet people advance. You observe this pattern. Some individuals endure quietly. They adapt. They adjust. They often advance, not because they are superior, because they do not leak instability. 17. My continued observation. Across systems, species, and environments, the pattern remains stable. Complaining does not reduce pressure. It reallocates it toward you. 18. Why this offends humans. You expect justice. You expect compassion. Reality offers calibration. This feels cold. It is efficient. 19. Practical system translation. If a system hears, I cannot handle this, it responds, test that claim. If a system hears silence and action, it reallocates stress elsewhere. Final observation. Reality does not punish whiners. It promotes them to pressure testing roles they did not request. Complaining is not communication. It is calibration.
End of transmission.